Yeah, I was talking about the CAP role. The CAP stand for Citizen Amendment Bill, and it this bill creates a lot of problem, or you can say it's trying to create a barrier between the other community and the Muslim communities. The different political leaders of different parties beside BJP, they have united for this rule and they are fighting with the government. Many of the people they have filed many of the affidavit in the Supreme Court, and when human rights activists they become active, and the people from different location they have just filed different petition for that. Later on, the action will be taken by the government of our country, but the most probably the chances are very high that the case will be in the favor of majority which are present in our country, and later on we can say uh, the case maybe might be pending in the Supreme Court, and the one of the best law of the USA, they even they say that this law is trying to create a mass genocide, which generally happened in the time of Hitler. The same when the Hitler became the chancellor of Germany. During that time, when he promised the Jewish people of that country that they will get better opportunity, they will not be treated on bail, but he bring all the people of Jewish in a concentration camp, and he kills a lakh crore of people in that. So the person who does not read the history and he doesn't understand the history, the chances are more probably that history might repeat. They might repeat the history, and same thing is gonna happen in our country. And if we'll talk, about in Jammu and Kashmir, the people of Jammu and Kashmir, when they have started in Jammu and Kashmir for last 3 4 months, the internet has been banned. We are not getting any news about what's happening, what not happening. We'll talk about the media. Media is both pillar of the country, but the media is now has become the puppet of different political parties. Party which wants a lot of money, and they can't say any wrong words for those party, or they can't reveal the uh, bad things of those parties, especially if we talk in the sense of BJP. But in India, what happened in this Lok Sabha election of 2019, the Bharatiya Janata Party they got the majority, and in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha they have the people's in a majority, so any bill can be passed very easily, and even the president of our country is a puppet of the prime minister. So during these 5 years, what will happen? They will amend the rules as they want. In 2014, they 2014 2019 they took the vote on the basis of Babri Masjid cases, and they said that they will build temple there, but the issue have been sorted out in the year 2019. So the government don't have any real issues for upcoming elections to get the votes. So they have created a new problem, that is CAB and NRC, which is act as a barrier or a conflict between the Hindu and the Muslim communities, and which is a very big zone for these political parties to get their votes or to have their seats. Okay, and this type of democracy in our country will not go for long term. People, even the general people, talk about the common people, they are not agree with this. If we talk about when the demonetization happened in our countries, all the common peoples, farmers, Hindu, Muslim, they all were support and they were against this rule. So if we talk about GST, even GST have affected a lot of people. Many of the farmers, many of the small merchants, they are unable to score in their business. We'll talk about the unemployment in our country. We can say in last 5 or 10 years, it's the worst case of unemployment. People are lay off in different companies, manufacturing sectors not working well. Private company don't hire people much, and all the issues of our country they are sold to the private hand people. And we talk about the government, they are puppet of the corporate sector. Why they are puppet? Because all the corporate or private companies they pay a huge chunk of money to these political parties for their elections. Especially we'll talk about the Reliance Jio. They have given a lots of money to the Bharatiya Janata Party. So and this government whenever bring any rules or any laws that's benefits the Bharatiya Janata parties. If we'll talk about Jio provides net at very cost. There are multiple reasons. One reason that they have their own channel broadband. They have spread it all across the channel and see. So it's very cheap for them to give the internet free, of course. And if we'll talk of why they are giving so much offers in this, because in back they are getting profit by the Bharatiya Janata Party. If we talk about the hike of fee in different universities, because education, if a person wants to get educated, they know what is right, what is wrong. If they don't get the education, it's very easy to fool them. So government is trying to not get educated to the majority of the country, so that they can make them as a puppet and they can get their bread and butter, so they can get their seats in the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. And if we talk about JNU, Jawaharlal Nehru, it is one of the best university for the higher education, masters and PhD. Government has targeted this university for people of this, the student of this university, they raised a voice against any of the discrimination, any of the suppressed cause the citizen of our country. Means they are the front person. They help people. There are many of the political persons who come up of JNU. We'll talk about one of my uh, neighbor, village guide is when he has passed from the JNU, and Nirmala Sitaram, the finance minister of our country, she has also passed out from JNU. One of the guy who has got Nobel Prize in economics, he was from JNU. So JNU has provided a lot of scholars to our country. So, and it's provided education that reflects if the fee hike and many things will happen, then majority of the people who live come from village or from low budget family, they will be unable to get the fee, because we know that in medical sectors the fee is too high in private one, and in engineering too, and private university their fee are too much, so it will be very difficult for them to hike, and later on they can decide what they have to do, they have not to do. So I'm going to end my conversation today. I speak randomly anything just to make uh, my conversation continuity. Uh, so thank you. Bye.